122 million, 23 million, 26 million, 63 million, 400 million views. These are all views on videos created with Sora 2. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can build this AI system that I made that automatically creates these videos and publishes them to the platforms of your choice. So why don't we look at a quick example of what this system right here has made. Now, this one right here, 122 million of a cat snitching on a dog. Let's watch this first.
Really? No, are you serious right now? What?
So the cat is snitching on the dog for the mess. And if we look at my workflow here, this is one of the videos.
I hear you. Uh-huh. Yeah, I see the couch. Mm-hmm. And you think it was him? Buddy, is that true? Look at me. Yeah, that's what I thought.
As you can see. So the workflow will automatically cycle through all these different viral topics at once and randomly create and post each one. Now, having a look in my community here, we already have people posting these on YouTube Shorts 1 day ago, 2 days ago. As you can see here, 20K, 20K, 20K views, 70K total in 1 day. Here's another 50K views in 1 day in the first day with these systems running because they post automatically in the background, right? We scroll down. Maruis also got 5 million. This video is now at almost 8 million views posted on complete autopilot. I was talking with Maruis, and as you can see, he's already almost at the first stage of monetization on a video that was posted using an AI. An AI system posted the video, and he's on the road to monetization already. Insane. So you can see how this can be monetized either through YouTube ad revenue or a link in your bio to promote your digital product, real product through Instagram, TikTok, any of the social media platforms. Now let's go over the costs. So this software, if you've never seen it before, is n8n. This is an AI workflow builder. There's a free trial, which gives you 1,000 executions. So 1,000 runs through. After that, it is $29 per month. Then within here, this AI agent will create the videos. Each time it runs through, it's only a few cents per run. Then you have the videos themselves made with Sora 2, which are 15 cents. That's with the watermark already removed. And then you have Blotato over here, which is going to automatically post the videos to the platforms with a trusted API. So Blotato is $29 per month, but you get 20 social media accounts of your choice, and they make it super easy to connect accounts. All you have to do is click login, you log in with your account, and once it's connected, you can sync that up to n8n to automatically post to multiple platforms, and you don't have to worry about setting up the API with each individual platform, making sure it's working, making sure that the API is trusted, because Blotato is already verified with the platforms, so your videos won't be shadow banned. Blotato also has AI generation features for videos and images, so you can start a free trial for that. There's a link in the description if you just want to try it out. The API is a paid feature, again, so that it can't be flooded and seen as spammy by the platforms. So let's get into the tutorial. Now, keep in mind, the workflow will run automatically. It's run on a schedule trigger. So it's just going to run in the background based on however many times you set per day that you want it to post for you. Now, before we start anything, we actually have to enable a setting that will allow us to put in the Blotato community nodes. So we're going to have to go to, once you're on a new workflow or just on n8n, we're going to have to go to the admin panel on the left over here. Click on manage at the top. Scroll down, make sure you're on the latest version up here. Just click on latest stable. And then verified community nodes, turn that on and hit save changes. Then when you go back to dashboard, it'll load and you can load back up with your new updated n8n. Now, once you are back inside of n8n, you're just going to want to click on the little plus, search for Blotato. Once you click on it, you'll have an install button. Just click on install and you will be good to go. Blotato will be installed and ready to use for when you create the nodes or when you import any workflows. Now, I'm just going to go into my school here and I'm going to download the workflow so that we can follow along. Port it in. There we go. Now, first step is we're going to need to create a trigger. So in the top right, just search, once you click plus, search for schedule so that it can go off on a schedule. I'm going to set mine to hours, every 12 hours. That is twice per day. Now that you have your trigger, what you're going to want to do is click on plus right here and search for code. Now, don't worry, you don't need to know how to code. I don't know how to code, actually. Click on code. Click on code in JavaScript. The reason we're doing this is we need a random number to generate for the agent so that the agent can choose a random story, because the randomness in the agent with just AI wasn't the best. So that's why we're doing that. Now, I'm going to open this up. I didn't write this. I got AI to write this for me. So I'm going to copy this. What you can do is if you take a screenshot of this, and then you put this into ChatGPT, right? So you can search for snipping tool, click new, and then you can go like this, edit, copy, and then if you control V that into ChatGPT, say give me this JSON or give me this code, it will give you the code and you can copy it yourself, right? So I'm going to copy this and I am going to put that into my code node now. So make sure you delete everything and paste that in there. Now, the way we're going to run the workflow is we're going to click on these little pluses to execute slowly. Now that we have this one, we're going to click this little plus, and that's going to execute the node. Now we have a random number. So we got number 1. So it's from 1 to 7. I'll show you why that is useful in a second. Now we need to add the actual agent itself to create the video. So click plus, click on AI, click on AI agent. I'm going to name mine idea agent. Switch this to define below so we can control it. Now for the prompt, this is the prompt to the agent. So we're going to say generate a prompt for space. And we're going to go to expression. So click expression right there. And then drag in this random number from the last node. Now this will make sense in a second. But what we're saying is generate a number for 1. And it could be 7, it could be 5, whatever. But we're going to train it on stories that are listed with numbers. So it will know which story to make based on the number that is random. Now that that's done, we actually have to give it a brain first. So we're going to click on chat model down here, this little plus. Click on plus. Click on, I'm going to use Anthropic. You can click on Anthropic chat model. This is Claude. And we're going to need to connect our credential. So you can go to console.anthropic.com. There'll be a link in the description. Once you're logged on, click on API keys on the left, API keys. Click on create key and copy your key. Now, before you actually use it, you're going to have to go to billing over here, billing, and make sure you add a little bit of credit to be used. Again, it's only a few cents per workflow, so like $10, $5 should be fine. Now, again, once you have copied your key from API keys, create key, and copy your key, go back into n8n. On the credential to connect with, click here, create new credential, paste it right there, and hit save. Then you're authenticated. Now you can choose Claude Sonnet 4.5 if your n8n is updated, right? Claude Sonnet 4.5, and you are good to go. Now we're going to do a few other things really quick. On tool, click tool, search for think, and click on the think tool. You can leave this as is. It's just going to make sure that it can process better. Now I'm going to open up the idea agent, and we are going to add a system message. So you can click here and then click on system message. And this is the training for the agent. I'm going to click on expression so I can open this up bigger. But we're actually going to fill this. I'm just going to delete this. And we're going to fill this with training. So I'm going to go back to my agent here. Open this up. And again, use the same screenshot method to screenshot it, put it into ChatGPT, and it will give you this text. So you can screenshot that and this part too. So feel free to read through these stories. These are 7 that I have made and tested that have worked well with Sora 2 for the viral videos. Okay? So you can read through these and you can even change them if you want as well. Now I'm going to copy this. Control C. And I'm going to go back into my agent here and paste that in. As you can see, here we go. So here are the video types 1 through 7. So this is why the random number generator is important. And our output here is in JSON. So this is essentially a way for us to have, instead of an output that's just one big block of text like usual, this is a way of saying we need it split up so that we have a title, a description, and the prompt all separate so that we can use them at separate parts of the workflow for when we're posting, for example. So once you've copied that and you have that in there, we're going to turn on require specific output format so that this JSON right here can be handled properly. We're going to turn that on. Once you turn that on, you're going to have this new option, output parser. Click plus, click structured output parser, and turn on autofix format. Once you're done that, you can connect the model back to the Anthropic as well. And I'm going to go into my structured output parser here. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to copy this. Again, same ChatGPT thing, screenshot, and you will get this. I'm going to paste that into the output parser. So make sure you delete everything in there and Control V, paste that into there. Right, there you go. Now this is going to use the AI and make sure that the output is in 3 different, essentially like objects that we can use separately down the workflow. So I'm actually going to run this through right now. There we go. Okay, so it actually looked like that didn't work. The reason that didn't work, go back into the output parser. We actually have to change this to define using JSON schema. That is my mistake. Once this is on define using JSON schema, you can switch it to expression and paste it in there. Now when we run it through, it will be a proper output. As you can see, the past output, it was all messy. That's not what we need. We need it to actually be just the 3, the title, the description, and the prompt. There we go. So as you can see, it is correct now. And if we click on schema here, we have these 3 different options to use. So again, that was my mistake. Make sure you change the schema type to define using JSON schema. Okay. That is the script video section. Now that that is done, we are going to move on to the create video section in blue here. So to start, we're going to click plus. We're going to search HTTP. Click on HTTP request. This is going to allow us to access a server that will make the video for us so that we can bring it back into n8n, handle it, and have it posted by Blotato. So I'm just going to name this create. And what we're going to do here is we are going to go to key.ai. So you can find a link to Key AI in the description. We are actually going to go to the Key AI /Sora2 link so that we can get the API curl request. This is essentially a way of modifying the node quickly so that we don't have to modify everything within the node. Now, if we click on API right here, once you're on key.ai /Sora-2, click on API. As you can see, we have create task and get task. So if you scroll down, once you're on create task, if you scroll down, you can see request example. It's on curl. Just click copy. We're going to bring that into n8n. We're going to open the node up, click on import curl, and paste that in. Then we're going to click on import. Now that's going to set up a lot of it for us. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to turn off send headers. Turn that off. Now we're going to go to authentication. We have to authenticate still. Go to generic, header auth. And for header auth, we're going to click on create new credential. Now we need a name and a value. So we're going to go back into Key AI so that we can get an API key. Now this is where the 15-cent cost comes in for each video. So once you're logged in, on the left, if you go to billing, you can add some credits here. So you can add $5, $50, whatever you want. Once you've added some credits on the left, you can go to API key, click on create API key, and then copy your key. Once you have your key, go back into n8n. Now for the name, it has to be authorization exactly like that, exactly spelled like that, capital, everything. The value, we're going to write bearer. As you can see, you can't see it, so we got to turn on expression over here. Expression, now we can see. So bearer with a capital B, space, and then paste your key after the space. Paste it right there. Then just name it key AI up here, and then hit save. Once you're done that, you can go to header auth and you can just select it. It'll be selected. Okay, it was found in a data breach. I don't really care. Anyway, so you can select it right here. Once you select it, you can use it on all the rest of the nodes and really quickly authenticate. Okay? Now we have key AI authenticated. So if we scroll down to the bottom here, I'm going to change this to expression because I prefer it that way. And I'm going to open this up with this button right here. Now, so you can see here we have the prompt. So this is the instructions for what we want made. So the prompt, we're actually going to delete in between these two quotes right there. Delete. You can see prompt, and now we have it looks like this. So in between these two double quotes, we're going to drag in the prompt from the idea agent. Make sure it's right in between them. And you can see it is in between the quotes now. Now that that's done, we're going to change the aspect ratio because it's vertical video. So we're going to type portrait, exactly like that. Portrait. And now we have the prompt coming through and it is saying portrait. So we are all done. If we exit out, we can click execute step. And now it is going to, if we go on key AI, you click on logs on the left. You click on mark it at the top, you can see now it is running, and here's the instructions that we gave it. So we have to wait for this to be done before we retrieve it. So we're going to go back into n8n, click plus, search for wait, click on wait, and the videos usually take about 150 to 200 seconds. I like to play it really safe and since it's running in the background, do like 400 seconds. Sometimes they can take a long time, right? Now, I'm just going to set it to 1 second just for now. And I'm going to make a note above it to remind me to set it to 400. The reason I'm doing that is because when you execute nodes after it, sometimes it executes it and then you have to wait. So I'm setting it to 1 second for now, but don't forget to set it back to 400 after. So I'm going to execute it now. As you can see, it's going to wait. The reason we do that is because we're getting the second node now, which is going to retrieve the video. So we're going to click plus right here, HTTP request. And this, I'm going to call it get. And we're going to go back to the key AI link, Sora 2 API link, if you remember. We're going to scroll up and we're going to click on query task right here. This is going to retrieve the video. So request example, you can just click copy, go back into n8n, import curl, Control V, import. Now, scroll down to send headers. We can turn that off and go to authentication, generic, header auth, and you can select the one you saved earlier, whatever you named it, key AI. So now what we're going to do is, as you can see, this is the task ID. So this is the task ID that we need to check for, what video it is. So change the value to expression, delete what's in there, and just drag in this from the wait node, task ID. That will dynamically change the task ID to check for. Now, what we can do is we can click execute. And what you'll notice is the state is in generating. It's not done yet. So that's why we're adding the wait node so that when it's running in the background, it actually waits and it's completed before it comes back into n8n. So I'm going to refresh. Okay, I'll come back when the video is complete. Okay, the video is done, so let's check it out.
Oh my gosh! Milo, baby! Oh, you're okay, you're okay. Thank you, buddy. Good boy.
So as you can see, it looks pretty real. The video is supposed to be the baby's like about to fall out and then the dog saves it. The videos aren't perfect every single time, of course. Another example of that one is this. This is the same thing. About to fall out, the dog kind of pulls him down. It's a very, like kind of like a suspenseful video. Here's another example that the workflow made. Right, a raccoon running in. What else do we have here? This one. So this one's a cat on the chandelier.
The gravy is over there.
Oh my gosh, look at the cat. What is he doing up there? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh no. He's on the chandelier.
Get down, buddy.
Watch out.
Right, so there you go. Now that we have our video, I have another one generating. Once we have our video, I'm actually going to have to wait for this to be done. We're essentially just going to run this. So let me just wait for this to be done. Okay, so the other video just finished. It's a very similar one to the cat one.
And then I added a splash of the white wine. It really makes the sauce go.
Oh, that cat up there.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, is it?
No, don't. Whoa! Chain's breaking.
Everyone get
Watch
back.
out.
I think that's pretty awesome and real. Like the way the phone moves, it looks very real in my opinion. So now that that's done, we can click run right here. And what we'll retrieve is a link. Now we will use this link in order for it to be uploaded using Blotato to the social media platforms of our choice. So let's move on to Blotato. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to click plus. We're going to search for Blotato. Again, if you're not seeing this, you got to go back in the video to when we enabled verified community nodes at the start. So click on Blotato. We're going to click on upload media right here, upload media. And we're going to need to connect our Blotato credential. So click on create new credential. Now for the API key, once you are logged in, again, you need the subscription in order for the API key to work. So you can come to API, click on copy API key right here after generating it. Then you can come back into Blotato, paste it in, into n8n, sorry, paste it in right there and hit save. Now Blotato will be authenticated. Now, on Blotato, you have to connect the account that you want. So again, we're in settings, bottom left down here, accounts. You have to connect the account that you want. So TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, or all three. You just click login, follow the steps, and that will connect your account to Blotato. So inside of n8n, we need the media URL so that the video we just made can be uploaded to Blotato. You can see it's kind of messy like this. It's not a direct link, so we can't just drag this in or else it's not going to be understood. So I've created this JSON right here, which will take the link out and give that directly. So you can find this in the description so that you can just copy it and paste it in. So I'm going to copy this and paste it right here in media URL. And as you can see, it took the link straight out of this mess over here, right? So we can run this now. I'm going to click run. And now it's been uploaded to Blotato. Now the final node is to actually make the post. So I'm going to click plus, search for Blotato, click on it. And then right below at the bottom here underneath my camera, you can see create post. So you're going to want to click on create post. That's going to open this up. Again, your Blotato account will be authenticated already. Post create. Now platform, this depends on what platform you want. So I'm doing YouTube. So click on YouTube. Account, once you've connected it in Blotato. Click here. As you can see, it will load, and then you can click on your account. Text. This is description. So we're going to go back to our idea agent. Drag our description in. Boom. Video title. Title is right here. Boom. Media URLs. This has to come from Blotato itself. This link, the database Blotato link. You can drag the URL right into media URLs. Make sure you turn this on, contains synthetic media. Otherwise, you might get banned on YouTube. You have to actually enable that. Now, that is everything all good to go. Now, you can just press Control-C, Control-V, duplicate that, connect another account, and then select a new account or a new platform. If you want to do multiple platforms like Instagram, TikTok too. I'm not going to do that right now, but you can. That's an option. So why don't we run this through? I'm going to hit execute step, and that will upload it to our channel. Now, before we check our channel, let's just really quickly delete this note and set the wait time to 400 seconds. And we can actually click activate. So see up here next to the save button, you can click this to activate the workflow, and that will activate everything. Make sure you save, click activate, and it will run based on the schedule trigger right here, however often you set in there, and you are good to go. Just make sure you have enough credits, because if you don't have enough credits on Key AI or Anthropic, then it won't work anymore. You'll get errors because you don't have credits. So let's check YouTube, see if it's been posted now. Going to refresh. Here is the post. Cat crashes chandelier into dinner. And as you can see, we actually have a few videos on here. 30K, 30K, 24K, 27K on this channel already going off. And these are like only from like a few days ago. So that is everything for the tutorial. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions in the comment section. That is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. There's a link to my Telegram in the description. If you join that, I will keep you updated on all of the latest AI news and these videos before they come out. I wish you happy posting. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you later.